What's up, family? Peace. This is Mecca coming to you transparently. I wanted to talk today about the difference between fear mongering and faith building. For years now, I've been more of an observer online as opposed to like a poster content creator type, consumer even. And I've just noticed over the years that there are these different peoples that are like developing their spiritual, financial, physical wellness and building a following, right? And I follow, a couple hundred people I have a couple Instagrams, but on my most active one recently, I've just been noticing that there are some people that they will like talk about abundance and changing your mindset and these different things, and they'll share different ways that they're improving their life or sharing different things that have gotten them certain amounts of material wealth or success. And I love this Chica song, My Work Is My Power. But I was watching a video by Isis Wisdom. She's on YouTube and Instagram. I follow her too. And she was her most recent live was called The October Surprise. And it's basically, she was talking about the shift from the third dimension to the fourth to the fifth dimension, and how in October there's the shift to the fourth, and then in December there's the shift to the fifth. And I've been, peeping a couple different people that are talking about like December 21st, and I've just been feeling and observing this like collective, like there's like the whole like social justice warrior church basically, which is like a whole like movement within itself that I think encompasses a lot of like the Black Lives Matter movement and the LGBTQIA plus movement and those more like social things. And then there's like the spiritualists, like the spiritual materialists, I like to call them, who are, like we have all this access to knowledge now, and then it's like people are digesting it and then like regurgitating it without actually like having the years and years and years of experience. Or there's a lot of like 30, 40, and 50-year-olds that are online now that are basically like selling their lifestyle. And as a 90s baby, like I grew up with the internet in high school, and then there was like 30-year-olds that were like in college doing the same, like learning social media, learning different things about investing, real estate, and this and that. And I'm saying all that to say that this woman, Isis, has just like a total different vibe when she's sharing information that doesn't, it's like informative, and it's like it helped to build my faith. And like I never really watched like a whole live of someone, but hers was like so like motherly but also like brutally honest, and she was just like being so real. And it was just so refreshing because I follow different people who eventually I just like unfollow because it's just like more draining for my spirit, or if it like causes me anxiety because I'm like, wow, I'm not there yet, and like how do I get there? Or like there's all these different people online that like have these like courses, and then like every day they're posting like only 2 days left, this will be available. And then I like automatically go into my scarcity mindset because I'm one of those people that's not in the place that I can pay $200, $300, $400, $500, $1,000 for a course, even though I'm thinking, well, it's an investment and like I want to do this because it'll like help me with this or this or this. But I feel like there's not a lot of people talking about like the transition from like poverty consciousness, the scarcity mentalities, into like, and being in that middle space, you know. But watching Sister Isis, Auntie Isis, maybe I'll call her Mama, I haven't really found or connected with an energy online up until her, really, where I was like, wow, like I actually could see this person like being a mentor for me, or spiritual mentor, just even by observing and, you know, tapping into her teachings. And she's the only one that I see out here talking about status correction. And I've been tapped into more science for a couple years now, since like 2017. And I'm gonna put out some videos just talking about basic things again, like the difference between, she was talking a little bit about the difference between like mandates and law, and like how people don't even know, like people don't even know what a citizen is, you know, but everybody thinks that they're one just because you like have your citizenship. But like people don't know what government really is, or like what the United States of America is. Like they don't know that it's like actually corporation, and like human trafficking is actually like the first part of that is like your birth certificate, you know. But it's like we don't get taught that. We just get, you know, indoctrinated that that's what you do. You just have your baby in a hospital, and then you just like let the government track your baby basically, and then like, you know. And so anyway, so back to Sister Isis and like faith building. She was talking about, you know, just like ancestral memory, connecting to the land, and how like in the Americas is like really where Black people are from. Like we're actually the indigenous ones. And but she says it in a way where it's not like shaming you if you didn't know that, you know. Like I already knew, but like I was like, wow, she's like speaking on it, but like making it accessible and not trying to be so exclusive, like, you know, or elusive with her knowledge, and just being like, yep, I can vet for this, I vouch for that, like I think you should try this, like I don't know about that, let me get back to you. Like to me, that's a good sign of a leader, when someone can say, I don't know, let me check, or let me research more, or whatever. As opposed to like the fear mongering, where it's like December 21st is coming, like are you gonna be ready? And like I've been feeling this whole like heaviness around the concept of ascension, where I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? Like I've always, you know, there's like this idea of like the fear of success, and I feel like my ego is like, has that fear. Well, right, ego is connected to fear, but it's like this fear of like ascending, and like my ego's like, bitch, like you won't be able to connect to anybody once you ascend, because you're not gonna want to talk to them. And then I'm like, okay, well then maybe I shouldn't, because like I still have more work to do, and like how am I gonna ascend but like still like make money? And you know what I'm saying, like it just seems like this thing that's like so far off. And then I had one of my mentors, one of my sisters, the other day, and it's her birthday today, shout out to Saskia, but I remember her saying something to me like, you can ascend every day, you can ascend and descend, you can like, you know, it's not like this like destination. And so that's kind of like what I want to reaffirm to myself and to anyone who sees this, that, and that's really why I created this channel, to be a bridge, you know what I'm saying, from one state of consciousness to the next. And I want to be a part of the vibration and frequency that is uplifting humanity and faith building, instead of like fear mongering, trying to like sell my way of life, if that makes sense. And like no shade to people that make their money that way, because like again, maybe they are helping a lot of people, but I just think that like if you're helping people but you're still using these like capitalistic like ways of selling, like that's what I'm so sensitive to. And I just am like always so like aware when I'm like, wow, you're telling me I only have 2 days left to access this information, but like the way that you're posting it is like tapping into my scarcity. And like, so I feel like even saying that out loud again, I'm like, wow, I should probably like unfollow all those people and just trust that like I'm still on my path, like I'll be okay even if I don't buy their course, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, that's how like they kind of like want you to buy their course, because that's how they make their money, right? So I just want to share that today, and say to myself and anyone who hears this, like, stay up, because you're always on your path, and keep searching and seeking within, and everything will be revealed without. So yeah, this is Mecca, transparently. Peace.